the sets of refugees were agreed, Australia and the U.S. under Obama agreed that the U.S. would take these 2,500 refugees that are partly on the island of Nauru in the Central Pacific and on the island of Ambon. Ambon was part of the malaria-ridden hell of Papua New Guinea in World War II, racked with malaria, dengue fever, and so on, where a very damp tropical environment where most of the refugees are raised as dry climate hot. What's the discomfort there? Take a look at the Nauru, which is a legendary phosphate fertilizer island with not a whole lot of trees or other vegetation on, basically a soulless desert island, and these people are marooned here for months and whatever. The human impact of these on these people who are basically victims of this vast domestic abuse in Syria. And, we need to ease these people's suffering in some fashion, where the longer they're isolated, the more that people tend to get radicalized. But we also are a sovereign nation. We cannot solve the world's problems. We can help, but solving the world's problems is not, we just don't have the capability. It's beyond our capabilities. And so we can ease their pain, but we need help, and we should expect help.
So you're saying provide aid to them on the island?
Hopefully something different, get other countries to help accept some of these refugees.
But then we shouldn't accept any refugees?
Probably accept our quota. If we want other people's help, we have to take our share. So a shared effort. And so, this is like I say, Ambon and Nauru, these are bad places for people raised in desert Islamic heat. Most of these refugees will happily go back to an Islamic country environment if they are allowed to. So all people breaking down Europe's boundaries and that, and the magnitude of the evil in those conditions, and yet the Russians, it's understandable, not forgivable, but it's understandable. And even with Russia,